Hello you guys. Today is Friday, January 6th. It's currently like 1:10 p.m. and I just finished up meeting with my mom. I had to do a client meeting with her. Now, Fridays, as you guys may know, are my social media posting days, and I think I need to like build out my template for managing my social media stuff. So I'm going to probably start that at 4 and then work on that from 4 to 6. So for these next 4 hours, I'm trying to figure out the best use of my time. I definitely would like to finish up the last big panel for the mini. I'll be leaving on Monday, today's Friday, and I would like to ideally finish the mini, finish the skirt, and finish these two cardigans. The NYGC cardigan is pretty much done. I literally just need to add the buttons and not this getting stuck in my hair, add the buttons and sew in all the ends, and then the cropped tied up cardigan is, I would say, like 75% done. I still have to do one more sleeve, add the buttons, and then finalize what the actual tied up element will look like. I'm also trying to figure out a good way to keep this collar down. I think I can make it a little bit heavier by reinforcing the end. I might even make a hem on the end. I'm not positive about that, but I think I might make a stitch on this like back piece and just permanently have that down, because it's 2023. We're not rocking popped collars, so yeah. I think for right now I'm in the mood to crochet, so I will work on the sleeve for this cardigan and maybe in a bit switch to finishing up the mini panel. Hello you guys, it's currently like 12:54 a.m. and I finished the other front slash back panel, so now all of the main panels are done. I just need to do the lettering, do the pocket, do the little like handle and like flat piece, and then put it all together. I'm trying to decide though, because technically speaking it would be a lot more efficient to travel with it not built, so I might do as much as I can, like get to the point where all I have to do is put it together and then put it together once I'm back at school. I also ended up making quite a bit of progress on the sleeve for this, for the crop tied up cardigan. I would say like a little bit more than halfway through, so that's real good. Okay, now that I've talked about that, you guys, I posted a TikTok at like 5 o'clock, and it was like my make a bag with me, but it was my mom's large size. And honestly, I feel like I've talked about this before, but like after having one video pop off, like the one back in April, like a little part of me is always like, ooh, what if this one pops off? And every now and then I'll have one that will do like good, but it doesn't like pop off. Well, and I should also say that I wasn't really expecting much from this one, just because like the video clips that I used of my mom showing her bag weren't really the most, like, you couldn't, like, you could see the bag, but it wasn't really showcasing the bag. It was just kind of showcasing her and the bag. Well, I posted on TikTok, I posted on Instagram as a reel, and at one point after doing my social media posting, I looked at my Instagram, like the reel, it had just been doing okay, and I went to TikTok and it had been doing pretty solid for the amount of time that was up, and I had some comments and I had some favorites and some shares, and I was like, ooh, like is this gonna pop off? But I was like, I'm not gonna put pressure on myself to like even think that's gonna pop off. And so then as I'm posting on Instagram for my clients, I like check back to my Instagram and I see that I've gotten quite a few more followers. And now, like I said, it's like past midnight and I've gotten over 100 new Instagram followers, and my reel is doing just okay. So I know for a fact those people aren't coming from my reel, which means they're coming from my TikTok. And I literally have not done a update, like updating my progress today because I don't want to open TikTok. The other thing is I've also gotten YouTube subscribers, which is even crazier, and so I really want to, I'll do it. Okay. The thing they don't tell you about popping off on TikTok is like it can feel very anxious. It's kind of like it's something you really want, but it also is kind of like you post so many videos hoping that that's gonna be the one that pops off, and so when you do pop off, you're like, oh, like it's happening, like this is not a joke, like it is happening. So I'm gonna muster up the strength and I'm gonna check and also film my TikTok progress vlog. Wish me luck, you guys. No, because I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack. You got, y'all. Y'all, I literally feel like my brother when I gifted him a PlayStation 5. What the? I'm not gonna curse because that's not me, but what the heck? You guys, I'm trying to emphasize, I cannot emphasize enough that I posted that video, and number one, the sound that I used was like not, like it had like 20,000 other videos under the sound, which is positive, but it also wasn't like an actively trending sound. Like I had just saved it and it was long enough and it sounded right with my clips, and I had like, you know, like worked on my hashtags and stuff like that. But like, you guys, I posted that video roughly 6 hours ago and it's at 500,000 views. What the heck? When I opened the app, I thought, maybe it's at 100K. You know, with the amount of followers I got, maybe 200K. $500,000. Oh my god. I literally I don't know what to do with myself. And all my family is asleep right now because it is literally 1 a.m. But how could you sleep at a time like this? You guys, I went from 3,900 followers to 7,500 followers in 6 hours. I think, whew, I'm like sweating. I'm hot right now. I did not expect this. And they always say it happens when you least expect it. And I'm a believer in that. Everything good in my life happened when I least expected it. My boyfriend, my business, my relationship with my mom, my first video that popped off. It always happens when I'm just like, you know what? What's the harm in giving it a try? What's the 500,000 people saw me with my hair up in 2 clips after I just washed it. And honestly, that's kind of the thing that I most love about my makeup bags with me. Like, as much as I would like to be the girl that shows up on TikTok looking cute always, and like people are like, oh my gosh, like that girl is so pretty and like stylish and her makeup looks so good, I'm just not that girl. Like, I am just not that girl. And I decided at a very early time that if I'm going to do TikTok, YouTube, I mean Instagram's different, but TikTok and YouTube, I'm gonna have to come as I am, because like I can't, video content, you can't fake a personality. And if I came up on here trying to constantly look cute and make sure my hair looked perfect and then my eyebrows didn't look like this, even though this is literally how they look 120% of the time, or like make sure that I'm filming at the perfect angles, or like my belly rolls don't show, like that just wouldn't be authentic. And it's not to say that when I post these videos I don't like second guess posting it. I mean, I truly have never gotten a hate comment up until now. Like, knock on wood that doesn't start now, but like I am very hard on myself, and so I look at those videos and I'm like, like your double chin is showing, or like the chin hair that's showing. But the fact that whether I get 500,000 views or 10 views on a video, the fact that y'all still rock with me, the fact that like it makes this even more enjoyable, knowing that y'all truly just like me for me. Like, it, you know, like this is like truly who I am. Like, there's no faking it. I'm sure maybe I have another bad angle, but I feel like I pretty covered all the very bad angles in those videos. And I'm shocked. I think the other crazy thing is that bag, I mean, if you watch my first vlog, which you might or may not have, because I know it was an hour and 20 minutes, but if you watch my first vlog, my mom essentially ordered that bag for me back in February because she really liked the Christian Dior book tote, but she wanted to support my business. And when I told her, or I showed her that I was needle pointing during my winter break that December, she was like, oh, like, do you think you can make a bag that size? And I was like, yeah, I can easily make a bag that size. And at the time I told her, yeah, like, I mean, I only charged her $100 for like the cost of the yarn and stuff. But I was like, yeah, like, when I sell this, I'm thinking I'm going to sell it for $300. I also thought that I'd be able to get it to her by March. Cut to November 26th when she gets it. And I mean, I was really like, I love that bag. I don't have a bag like that for myself, but I plan on making one. And I was honestly really nervous about posting it because that bag was my learning lesson. Let's put it that way. That was the item that really put it in my head that if I'm gonna do this, I'm going to need to start charging what I'm worth. Like, that bag, my hands, you guys, when I was working on that bag, there were times where I had to stop because I could not feel my hands anymore. And I should say part of that was because I'm literally making the bag on my bed. And two, I like just couldn't find the right gripping for like holding the big panels. And so I've like figured out better techniques now. But like that bag was such a quest of perseverance. And like my mom would continuously ask me, she would be like, hey, like, do you think you'll be able to get the bag to me? Like, she'd never like pressure me for like when, but she'd be like, you know, when do you think, blah blah. I'd be like, yeah, I'm working on it, yeah, I'll be able to finish it up. No. And when I finished the bag, maybe I'll insert some videos of me when I finish the bag, but it was honestly, it was really what sparked me to be like, I want to work on this collection. Like, I've been, you know, going through a lot of stuff the whole semester, but like finishing that bag was the moment where I was like, this feeling that I get when I finish these, whether or not they're going to my closet, I want this feeling every day, and I want more people to have this feeling. And the only way I can do that is if I put out this collection. And I mean, I'm just rambling at this point, and I'm gonna click back into TikTok to actually take a look at what people are saying. But you guys, I never would have fathomed 500,000 people seeing that video within 6 hours. All I have to say is I'm so thankful, and I just praise the Lord. Like, that's all I can really say, because I mean, I can only do so much, you know, as a person. Okay, let's take a look at, the idea of looking, y'all, I didn't even mention this, on top of the 3,400 followers that I got on TikTok, on top of the 500,000 views, I also got 571 comments. And I didn't even look to see how many likes the video itself had gotten, but all I can say is my likes went from like 128,000 maybe to 205,000, like my overall likes. So let's scroll through some of these comments. I'm scared. It's been literally 28 minutes and I have like 30,000 more views. Reading the comments was honestly such a beautiful, positive space. So thank you guys to all your very complimentary, kind, funny comments. To address a few things in case you found yourself in this video a few weeks later. 1, no, I do not do tutorials. No offense to the tutorial girlies, but I work really hard for what I do, and it'll be a cold day in Atlanta, Georgia before I start doing tutorials. And it's not because I want to gatekeep what I do, not at all. It's because that's not my passion. Like, my passion is the fashion itself, you know, not necessarily being a teacher of said fashion. And it's also not necessarily me saying like you have to buy it, like I wouldn't like you to copy my work and rip me off. I mean, good luck trying, but like there's no good way to say I'm not doing tutorials. Me personally, I don't use tutorials. if you really want to know how I'm able to make the stuff that I make, I look at actual pieces of fashion, like not crochet pieces of fashion, but like actual pieces of fashion. I look at the Telfar bag and I think to myself, how can I make that in crochet? I look at a corset top and I think to myself, how can I crochet that? And then I just make it. So yeah, I mean I can do a video maybe going in depth about my design process, but a tutorial, there will be no tutorial. There will be no pattern also. I think that patterns are all fine and dandy, but like I said, it'll be a cold day in Atlanta, Georgia before I give away my secret recipe. Not trying to gatekeep or nothing, but I've worked very, very hard. I mean, very. I've put in hours. It'll be a cold day in Atlanta, Georgia before I just... The other girlies can do what they want, but me, no, sorry. I always hate, I usually don't respond to comments like that just because like I know me saying no isn't what they want to hear, and I completely understand, but that's not my interest. I'm sorry. But yeah, those comments were, I don't even know what to do with myself. I need to journal for about 2 hours and express my thanks to God. But besides that, how do you crochet at a time like this? I also can't keep checking TikTok because that just, like, I'm the type of, I have social anxiety. Like, my anxiety, I'm not diagnosed, but like I feel anxious, let's put it that way. I feel anxious when I know that people are coming to me for a certain thing, whether that's virtually or in person. So like at my birthday, I know people are coming there to celebrate me. That makes me anxious. People going to that video, me being on TikTok and like continuously getting pop-up notifications, that too much. I would prefer to be like, you know, like a few hours later, like look to see what's new. So I'll probably do that. Also, let's just have this conversation real quick. There's no, that would be a lie. I would be lying to you if I said there's no downsides to having a video pop off, even if it's at 20,000 views, because as a small business, we only have so much of a capacity to produce. And on top of that, two things. One, I wasn't necessarily going to be launching that large size bag because while I think it's a good bag and I think that it'll be fine over time, I also want to be able to test it. I want to be able to take it on an airplane flight maybe. Like, I want to make sure that like that bag, for it being so big and for it being as expensive it's going to have to be, it's going to have to go through a little bit of like trial runs. And plus, that bag is for my mom. I need to make a bag for myself that I can like test. Additionally, too, yeah, my website's closed and it's still going to be closed for, I mean, by the time you're seeing this, it'll probably be opening up pretty soon. But I'm thinking I'm not gonna reopen until the end of January, beginning of February. I'm really trying to do this business stuff responsibly, but at the end of the day, I'm a student. I am a senior going into my last semester at a school where the research project is the biggest thing. And so as much as I want to be like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day because I'm going to become a famous crochet artist when I graduate. Girl, I ain't graduate if I don't finish that research project. So what I'm really going to do is when I get back to school next week, I'm going to grind out. And my goal is to be able to turn it in by the 1st of February, like the first week of February, and additionally to reopen my website when, like, at the beginning of February. Because I think, honestly, like I said, I'm working on a capsule collection. So whatever I have by then, I have by then. The bag should already be remade, and if it's looking like I'm not going to be able to finish up as much stuff as I want, maybe I'll launch towards the end of January, but I need to make a bit more headway on my research project before I can open my orders, because I know myself and I will be extremely stressed if I have to finish up my writing of my 80 to 100 page paper in addition to working on bags. So yeah, I think I also feel a bit anxious seeing those comments. Like, I'm telling you, of the 651 comments that there were, 400 of them were about like wanting to buy a bag. And I mean, realistically, of those 400 comments, like maybe 50 people, which is still a lot. I ain't never had 50 orders at one time. That's still a lot of people. However, I'm just saying, compared to 400, like it's a step above a manageable, but it's still let's not even talk about it. But yeah, not having my website open, and I will not open it. The only way, if you really want a bag from me, the only way I would ever consider selling a bag when my website's closed is if it's for 1, a custom, 2, a birthday gift. Those are my two, like, okay, like, let's figure it out. But besides that, stop it, girl. That website's gotta stay closed. I don't even know what to do with myself. Like, I'm not gonna be able to go to sleep. I guess I'll work on my planner, like I said. Literally, this is not. It's just like, why are my family members asleep right now? Big things are happening. Why are you asleep? Anyways, I'll check back in a bit. I literally can't. It's 2 a.m. and I've come to the realization that the only thing I can do is just go to sleep. Like, I'm feeling very overwhelmed. I just looked at my Shopify, and yesterday I had 3,000 visitors. $3,000 visitors. And today it's 2 a.m. The clock has barely struck midnight, and I've already had 678 visitors. If my shop, I know what some people may be thinking. You might be like, wow, Taylor, you're missing out on a lot of money. But I'm just so relieved because, y'all, I am still a student in school. I cannot physically, I am a one-woman show at the moment. I cannot, even if 5% of those people placed an order, I would be stressed. So thank you, Lord Jesus, for delaying the shop reopening. 3,000 people. Even if like 20 of those people bought a bag, I would be, if 20 of those people bought a bag during the summer, like when I'm out of school, whatever, cool, fine. But going into my last semester of college, college, if 20 people had bought a bag going into my first week of college, when my research project is due March 27th, and I still have 2 chapters basically to write and the whole paper to edit, on top of my other 2 classes, 20 bags on top of my 2 on-campus jobs and working from. Please, 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 please. All I can do at this point is go to sleep. I have nothing but gratitude in my heart, but I need to go to bed. Good night. Good morning, you guys. It's currently 9:54. And my video, the last time I checked it, was at 919,000 views, so not only that, but now the girls are swarming. The girls want to know how to purchase. The girls want to know how to get their hands on the bag. And I get you, girl. I want you to get your bag. But the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm kind of like, I want to be doing my business long term. However, in the short term, I need to finish being a student. I've already said this before, but I'm a senior. I go to a school in Ohio where essentially the big thing is research. I'm a philosophy French double major, and so my research paper, which will be about 75 to 80 pages, which I due March 27th, one of the components is a chapter in French as well as an oral defense. That is my focus. That will have to be my focus as soon as I get back to school. Class starts for me this upcoming Wednesday. And I think what I'm gonna do is, obviously, I'll continue posting on YouTube. I'll continue posting on TikTok. I'll start posting on IG a little bit just to at least maintain some of the traction that I have. But I don't think it would be positive for me to launch my website until I'm pretty much done with my IS. I've gotten a good chunk out of the way, but I just need like a final push, and I think if I really put my mind to it, I can turn it in, or at least have it pretty much ready to be turned in by the first week of February. Does that mean I'm going to be grinding? Yes, but I'm determined. I really want not only to turn in my IS, but I just want to put it behind me and start looking to my future, which is NYGC for me. I think I was in the shower and I was reflecting. I think the thing that makes this the most special to me is, one, you guys are literally just seeing me being me. Like, I am just in my element, working, watching 1,001 hours of YouTube vlogs. That is what I do on a daily basis. That is as me can get. And two, just the pure blackness in my comment, the fact that so many people who look like me are seeing beauty and talent in what I do, it's so special to me, because that's my target. Like, obviously I want anyone to have a bag. I don't care what you look like. However, the fact that my community is seeing me for me, that's special. That's really, really special. And it's interesting because on Instagram, my following for a while was definitely a bit more white leaning, just because the crochet community in general is definitely more white leaning. And it wasn't until I really started doing TikTok that the black community of like Black crocheters, Black creatives, and people who just want to see Black small businesses win. It wasn't until TikTok that I really saw, or like saw firsthand with my own eyes, the love and support and willingness to share, to spend their money, to just bring words of encouragement. It's truly amazing, and I only hope that as I continue my small business journey, that I can continue to make the aunties proud. And yeah, I'm over the moon. What's the Dogecoin saying? To the moon. That's how I feel right now. And I will say, just to be real for a moment, I am overjoyed, but I'm also overwhelmed. In a positive way. I am trying to figure out the best next steps. Like, what is the best way that I can relay to people that I appreciate your excitement, I want you to get a bag, but there's a few things that are gonna have to come before me just launching these bags. Additionally, I'm going to have to figure out a way to launch these bags when I do in a way that will set me up for success, because I'm a one-woman show. And even after I finish my IS, I mean, I'll still have 2 classes. So realistically, I cannot take on as many orders as I could once I'm out of school. And so figuring out, and I guess the other thing is, you might be thinking to yourself, why not just pre-make a bunch of bags and just sell what you already have? The truth of the matter is, I like my business being made to order. I like the fact that I'm not wasting my yarn by buying a bunch of yarn in colors that I like but maybe other people don't necessarily like. I like the fact that all the products and samples in my room are for me. Like, they're not taking up space because they're things that I'm wearing. If I had a bunch of inventory lying around, yeah, people would buy some of the inventory, but it never fails that crochet artists end up at the end of the year with like 30-50 pieces of items of clothing that they spent so much time on that people just aren't buying for whatever reason. Maybe they love the structure of it, but they don't like the color, or maybe it's like not in their size, just things like that. And so I prefer being a made-to-order business because I'm big about not wasting material. I also am big about customizability, and by being made to order, I can offer as many colors as possible instead of just kind of what's, what I have in my personal yarn stash. Additionally, because I am at school, I can only have so much yarn just stored there at one time, and so I just found a lot easier for me to do made to order things. That being said, there's definitely pros and cons, because the con would be I spend a lot of time on the before launch working on samples and a lot of time after the launch working on orders, so there's not really good break times for myself, but I'll figure that out. But I would just like to know if anyone has maybe suggestions of ideas of ways that I can continue to be a made-to-order business, but kind of set up a weight limit, or not a weight limit, an order limit or something like that, or a way that you would prefer. Like, if all those times that you've been frustrated because, let's say, Skims sold out in 2 seconds, what would be something that you would have preferred the system done, instead of just suggest you wait on the wait list, or else you're not going to get notified for the next drop? Like, how would you prefer businesses handle selling a lot of stuff but also allowing you the chance to place an order? Just let me know, because my current wait time for an order, or my current production time, is about 4 to 6 weeks. Honestly, people will get bags sooner than that, but that just gives me enough time to get the bags out and also make sure that people aren't expecting it in like 7 days, because that's not always realistic. But yeah, let me know. That would be really helpful. Now I'm going to take a phone break. I think I'm going to work on my mom's top. If you watched my like Christmas weekend, maybe weekend life vlog, I made my mom this top that actually matches her bag. I was supposed to give her this at the same time I gave her her bag, and it's on the right track, but one, this body part is a little bit too long, and two, I don't like the snap closure, so we're gonna change it to a tie-up closure. So yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick and then probably eat breakfast, edit a little bit. I don't know, I'm still overwhelmed. Y'all, I'm just sitting here working on my mom's top, and I thought to myself, you know, let me I was going to go eat breakfast, and I I didn't want to check TikTok until after I ate breakfast, but then my phone automatically opened onto TikTok because I was going to check Instagram, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll just check it. You guys, 1 million views. 1 million. I've never seen 1 million of anything. I'm trying to, what have I seen 1 million of? Maybe 1 million grains of I can't. 1 million. Is this what Aaliyah meant in that song? When she said, your love is a 1 in 1 million, it goes on and on. And was she talking about my TikTok video? One million views. $1 million. How does one even process? Am I a celebrity now? No, I'm kidding, I'm not a celebrity. Oh God. I'm gonna eat breakfast, and I'm gonna drink coffee, and I'm gonna come back. It's currently like 3:50, and I've actually gotten a good amount done. I like unraveled what I needed to unravel on my mom's top, and now I'm just working on redoing the hemming part, and then I'll work on the side for the lace-up closure. And yeah, I think this is going to work out really well for her. If everything goes well, I should be able to finish that today, if not tomorrow morning, and then hopefully be able to get like some content with my mom tomorrow evening before I leave Monday. Also, I needed like a break from working with a small hook, so I started redoing the sleeve to one of the old NYGC cardigans. In the vlog where I was pet sitting, I decided on making the ruffle a little bit less. So this was the initial ruffle. It was very cute, but this like often would get in my way. Like if I wore this to dinner, I would have to be really intentional about making sure it wasn't all up in my food, and part of that was because this cuff part just needed to be a little bit tighter. This one is a lot better than my old one in the sense that it doesn't really stretch out, but it just, I used a bigger hook to do the ribbing, and so like this is kind of as small as it can be. And so in this updated version, I'm obviously not done, but one, the ruffle is definitely a lot more toned down, and two, I don't know if you can really tell, but I'm not finished with the sleeve, so this might not have been the best time to show, but the ribbing is also with a smaller hook and it's a lot tighter, so hopefully like when I do, if I have to push it up my arm, it'll be able to stay better because it'll actually be like tight on my arm. That's the hope. So I'm gonna do that for both that one, which is the cropped one, and then the blue one, which is the full length one. And I think I'm gonna take 2 rows off of the arm length because this thing is like, the sleeves have stretched so much on this one just because I've unraveled the yarn so many times. So yeah, I'll probably do that. I don't know, it's currently $3.50 like I said. I also think I need to maybe start filming some TikToks just because now things have definitely calmed down a bit in like a positive way, in the sense that like I can go on TikTok and not just feel overwhelmed. So I'll probably film like 2 response TikToks and then start my progress vlog on there because I couldn't even open the app. It was too overwhelming. That being said, I hadn't like checked YouTube really at all, and I still honestly haven't. But I read some of you guys' comments because I went straight to my email, and oh my gosh, I'm so flattered. Shout out to all my needlepoint girlies. I literally haven't met anyone else that needlepoints in the year and a change that I've been doing this. So let me know, how long have you been needlepointing? Are you self-taught? And what types of things do you typically make? Because this company back in like August actually reached out to me because they were coming out with needlepoint sets, and they were doing it more so for like works of art, like pieces of artwork that a person could like make a needlepoint set that turned out into this cute image that you could frame and put on your wall or turn onto a pillow. And I just decided that's not necessarily my vibe. I like fashion, and that was more homeware, but those sets were cute. So let me know, do you make clothing with your needlepoint, like more artwork type stuff? I'm curious. It's literally 2:19. I finished up this cardigan because initially I was going to go out with some friends and I wanted to wear this one, but that didn't end up happening. And then I ended up editing my YouTube video that will go up tomorrow, and then I ended up getting the blue one's sleeves redone also, which I'm really happy about. And like I said, I just love these sleeves so much more. I still need to finish up my mom's top in the morning. I need to add the buttons to the NYGC cardigan, and I would really like to finish the crop tied up cardigan tomorrow. So we'll see how much I can realistically get done because I do have to pack. And yeah, good night, you guys. Good afternoon, you guys. It's currently 12:30. I actually, considering I went to bed at like 2 a.m. last night, I think I woke up at 8, and I've been up for a while. I've been working on finishing up my mom's top. I'm just doing the double hemline, and then I need to crochet the like lace up thing. I really wanted us to get pictures today, and we're going to dinner tonight, but the chances that she'll want to wear this top are, I don't know. So I'm going to take a break from that and try to finish up this cardigan, the crop tied up cardigan, because I would love to get pictures in this. I'm currently working on 2 different online publications, and the photos that I could submit for it are kind of just okay. Like, I really want better pictures, and one of them I need to get new pictures by Tuesday, and I'm traveling all day tomorrow. So tonight's really the time, and like I said, me and my mom and maybe my brother are going to dinner tonight. I just uploaded my second YouTube video. That one is a lot shorter. I like went back and forth with my boyfriend, and I think we agreed that not every single video I will be able to even get it to an hour, let alone an hour and 20 minutes. So I think I'm gonna stick to 2 uploads a week, because that's probably gonna be more consistent on my end. And every now and then you might get an over hour-long video. Sometimes it might be 25 minutes, you know. I hope you guys are okay. And yeah, let's see if I can get this cardigan done, because if I can, it matches this bag perfectly, and I have the perfect outfit for it. So let's get grinding. I do technically have some social media posting to do, but I'm gonna put that off until 5 and see how much crocheting I can get done. Okay, so it's not that much later. It's like 1:20, and I just had to pause myself. I have a really bad habit. I do this mostly with my personal life, but sometimes I do it with my mom or like with other people's orders. But when I get an idea in my head, especially when it comes to an outfit, I'm like, let's do it. And let's think about this. Yes, all I have to technically do is finish up the sleeve for this crop tied up cardigan. I have to make the ties and add the buttons. That's what I technically have to do. But a few days ago when I was working on it, I was like, that would actually be really cute with a little pocket, maybe like a pocket flap. And I realistically have time to finish the sleeve, maybe do the ties, the buttons, and the pocket, definitely not. And as my business is growing, like, I want to be consistent. Like, when I post that cardigan, I want it to be where I'm proud at it. I don't just want to like post it just because I'm like, I need to get this up. So we're rewinding a bit. In addition, it's literally my last day in Atlanta, and my mom's not here yet, but I know when she gets here she's gonna want to hang out, and I don't want to. If you remember my story about what happened on my birthday, I know that me personally, I would be fine if I was down to the crunch time, but like, this is my family and I'm sure they want to spend time with me. Plus I still need to pack. So instead of wearing this bag, I think I'm going to wear this bag, because I did like the make a mini bag with me, but I didn't actually I didn't like post a picture, and I really didn't post like good videos of it. So I'm going to wear this cardigan tonight as long as it fully dries, and then like the same base of my outfit, and then wear it with this bag, because I mean, this is cute for like a little dinner moment, and I can still get pictures for those publications. So I'm going to hop back to focusing on my mom's top so that I can get this done. Then I really don't want to pack yet. I realistically am probably not going to pack until later this evening. So I'm going to after I finish up this top, maybe I'll keep working on this cardigan, because I would really like to have, for my next makeup bag video, I want to post the like pink bag, the small size NYGC. I want to post that Friday, and I'd like to have this cardigan in whatever video I do for this. So I realistically do need to finish this, just not within the next 6 hours, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself for recognizing within an hour that maybe that wouldn't be the best decision, because like I said, I've really put myself through it not knowing that it just is unrealistic. That being said, I didn't even mention, I don't think in that first clip, that my video is literally at 2 million views. You guys, at this point, I'm just so shocked and in disbelief that I don't feel like my reactions are as good, because at this point it just feels unreal, like I'm living in a fairy tale. And additionally, who would have thought when your video gets that much traction, people will start reaching out to you? Okay. And so I'm definitely having to be wise in who I'm talking to and stuff like that, because cool opportunities are cool opportunities, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't make sense for me or my brand, I'm not going for it. Like, if let's say a company wants to repost my video but they want exclusive rights to it, and they're like the type of company that just kind of posts whatever type of content and they're not, then I'm sorry. Now, if one of us wants to come at me, we could talk, we could chop it up, but I'm sorry. I want to stay true to being a Black-owned business, and I would like to give my people a chance too. So yeah, no, I can't believe it. So yeah, I'm going to finish up that top like I said, and just live in the bliss of knowing that I don't have to rush. Joyous. Okay, so it's 5:10 and I just completely finished my mom's, how do I hold this up? I just completely finished my mom's top. It like cinches / ties on the side, and I sewed in my label. I keep trying new ways to sew in the label, and I wouldn't say this is my cleanest work, but I like the stitching all the way around, so I might keep practicing that. But yes, I'm going to start getting dressed for dinner / taking pictures, and yeah, we'll see how much more I film tonight. I definitely want to film me packing, but we'll figure that out when I get there. Okay, it's currently 8:55 and I just got back from dinner. It was actually really great. I'm really glad I wore this outfit. I wore this bag, my mini NYGC handbag, along with the cropped NYGC cardigan, this white tank top that I've been loving, but it got ruined in the washing machine, so I wore this buttoned up. These leather pants and these high top Air Force Ones, once again thrifted, because that's how you should get your shoes. Now that I'm back, I need to pack. My boyfriend decided that we're gonna stay in DC for at least one night, so, and my hair is quite disgusting. It also rained while we were out, so I think I'm going to wash my hair while I'm while I'm wearing my hair mask. I will pack, and then I have to do a few like chores, like put away the dishes and stuff like that. And I'm thinking that the only crochet I'm going to carry with me is what I actually want to work on. So as much as I want to work on the crop tied up cardigan, well, okay, I should say, is what I want to work on and what would be really compact for me to carry in my carry-on and slash or book bag. So I think I'm going to bring definitely all my needlepoint stuff and maybe the stuff for the new NYGC crop cardigan. But let's get packing. It's currently 12:02 and the time has come to pack my stuff. Do I regret putting this off the last minute, considering my flight is at 10 a.m.? No. It's currently 1:58 and I didn't end up recording myself packing because it was just a lot of shuffling, like stuff. And I initially couldn't find my luggage scale, and thankfully I found it. One of my bags is with my luggage scale 46 pounds, and usually it's about 3 to 5 pounds off, so it should be right at the limit. Additionally, I just can't believe, one, how this winter break ended up going. I did not crochet necessarily as much as I had expected. I mean, if I showed you how much yarn I brought with me that I thought I'd be able to get through, you would have thought I was insane. But I think that in general I did a good job balancing crochet and family time, and I'm just excited to continue to work on running business while also living my life. That being said, oh, also, yeah, I did wash my hair, and I ended up doing a wash and go just because I felt like this would do the best and like look the best by tomorrow. And I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I used a combination of some of the products that I bought maybe like 2 vlogs ago, and some of my mom products, and 10 out of 10. I will definitely pick some up when I get back to school. Oh, also, I don't remember if I said this, but initially I was just going to fly to DC so that I could drive with my boyfriend back to Ohio like the same day, but he decided that we should stay in DC for one night and then drive Tuesday. So I think I'm going to take a break from vlogging the first week of class, so Monday through Sunday, and then pick up on MLK Day or January 16th. I hope you guys are enjoying the vlog so far. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy, and leave a comment about whether or not you are in the fiber arts community and what you do, like whether you sew, you knit, you crochet. I'm just interested, or maybe you just run a small business. Let me know in the comments. Bye, you guys, and I hope you guys have a great night.